Hey you guys, it's me Gemstone from tarotforhealing.com. I hope you guys are doing really well. This is your monthly astrological reading for the month of August. This is for Gemini. And I just wanted to let you guys know that I am doing a 5 card discounted reading on my website. So please go and check it out. And that is in celebration of reaching 4,000 plus subscribers. So what I wanted to do is use the playing cards because I wanted to change it, but then quite a few people do like the playing cards, so I decided to keep them in. And I'm going to be using the Victorian Steampunk Tarot to get into the more specific areas of your life. Now, what I can see in terms of your playing cards, the very first one showing up is the Ace of Clubs with the Jack of Spades, with the 10 of Spades, with the 10 of Diamonds. Now, what I see for you is that I feel like this could be a work situation. I think that there is an opportunity for you to either get a new job, to embark on a new career, to explore some kind of interest that you have already in terms of a work situation. But there's something new coming into your work, but it's going to be something that is going to be good for you. So if you've been feeling like your job is just sort of drab and boring, it's like this, whatever this is gonna amp it up. It's like it's gonna either change the circumstance altogether. Um, so like I said before, your line of work may change, or it could just mean that there is some kind of development that happens in the workplace that just makes it a better experience for you, and something new, something a little bit more exciting than what you currently are dealing with right now. But then what I see like next to it is that it's kind of saying that for some reason there is going to be some kind of angst surrounding this new start or new beginning. Even though it's positive, I feel like this is new opportunity is going to be able to make you more money. I think that it's going to be an opportunity that can have better long-term benefits than maybe where you are currently. So maybe there's going to be opportunities for progression, but then maybe you feel a bit out of your depth with this whatever is coming through. Like if it is a completely like new job or something, maybe you kind of feel like because you're new, maybe you're kind of anxious because you don't know the industry and stuff like that. Maybe that's where that's coming from. Or maybe there's even fears over ending something that you have been currently doing. Like maybe there is fears over either leaving a job situation and moving on to something else. Like, but I'm seeing that there is something that is coming up. It's like there is some positive development, but it's like as soon as a positive development happens, there's also this kind of um anxiousness surrounding it as well. Or maybe even for some of you guys, it could be the other way around. Maybe this new opportunity is something where, you know, maybe you might have to give up your stability. Maybe the stability that you find in the job you're in now. Maybe you have to give up that ooh, financial responsibility in order to take this new opportunity where maybe it's not going to provide you with that same level of stability that you're used to. Maybe that's where the fears are coming from as well. But to be honest, I'm not really seeing like the fears are really like it's not like it's something that you need to be focused on, because everything else surrounding it is actually positive. So if you're feeling that way, you may have to kind of deal with those emotions just so that they're not blocking you from experiencing something that could potentially be really good. So try to kind of look into that and see how it comes up for you. But then the card that shows up with your finances is the Lovers. So the Lovers to me speaks of a pairing. So it could be again that this opportunity that comes to you could be something that is really good for you. Maybe it's really going to work with the kind of person you are, or maybe it just resonates with you. So maybe this has been something you've been wanting to do for quite some time, or maybe it's even something that you didn't really look into but has come up for you, and then it just sounds like right up your alley. But I would say go for it. Don't let anything hold you back from or stop you. Even like I'm really focused on these clocks that I hear as well. So it could be saying, don't let time pass you. Like if there's also an opportunity for you to apply for something completely different that is more in tune with like who you are and what you want to do, or your overall um goals that you want to pursue in terms of a job or career or something like that, it's kind of telling you, to go for it. Don't hold yourself back. Don't just wait around, because again, opportunities can pass you. Or don't let any kind of fears hold you back either. Just try to go for it. If that's really what your heart wants, if that's really what resonates with you, then go for it. The Lovers card could also speak of maybe even that it could speak of love connections, um to do with finances as well, and work. So I don't know if that could also be showing up. Maybe this is like office romance. It could be indicating as well. But what I'm kind of seeing here is that this opportunity gives you uh it gives you the ability to really follow your heart and follow what feels right. So I think that that's what you really need to focus on. What is going to be feeling right for you? Obviously this card is also ruled by your sign, which is Gemini. And I think also with the clocks ticking, it could be saying that maybe you're overthinking things a bit too much when it comes to your work situation as well. And maybe in overthinking things, that's kind of where your anxiety is coming from, because maybe you're just even thinking about scenarios that aren't even happening, but you're worried about them scenarios, so you're constantly thinking of it. So it might be a time where you kind of have to quiet your mind a bit and just go by what you see, go by what you're experiencing, and not just let your fears kind of um make you worry about things that aren't even taking place, or that might not even turn out to be as bad as you think it's going to be. So yeah, with those of you that are in relationships, you have the Ace of Bees. And the Ace of Bees is the Ace of Swords. What the Ace of Swords could be saying is that if you're in a relationship, things could be going pretty good for you. The thing about the Ace of Swords is it could be saying that things, if there's been challenges, it's saying that you can get through those challenges. Things can be looking up. It's like you can maybe you know where things have maybe gone wrong in the past, and you're trying to make things right. Or maybe it's a situation where there's been certain stresses that was in a relationship, and now those stresses have kind of been dealt with, or you've been able to sort of get through them or get past them. What I really feel that is needed with this card when it shows up is a need for transparency, to kind of know how the other person feels about you, and to really kind of know where you stand with somebody else. And when this card shows up, it shows that that's going to be clearer to you. So if you've been in a relationship where things are kind of uncertain, maybe you're going to be more sure of the direction that things are going in. Or it could be saying that even it might even revive a relationship by actually being honest and just bearing your soul and saying how you really feel about a situation. And again, because you are a Gemini, you are air sign, so sometimes you tend to sort of break things down in more of a logical kind of way than a heart-centered way. But I feel like you might actually be really communicating your emotions really well this month, and that might actually help you and your partner to actually merge together in a better way than you have in the past. Or maybe there's just more abilities for the two of you to be able to connect um as well, like maybe doing something you guys have never done before, or maybe just hearing something you've never heard your partner say, or your partner hearing you say something you've never said before. But it makes all the difference, because it's like sometimes you just need to hear certain things, even if you know it, or even if you're supposed to know, um sometimes it's just good to hear the words. So it could be like that kind of scenario as well. Now, for those of you that are single, I know, I'm so sorry because it's like getting darker and darker, and I'm like trying to work with some light coming through. But the next card is the Tower card. Now, to me, what the Tower card could be representing for you is it represents some kind of breakthrough, some kind of happenings. So if you've been single for quite some time, it could be saying that again, a sudden breakthrough in relationships could be coming through. But it also can be representing some kind of flare up with tensions with somebody else, or anger, arguments. What I would say as well is try not to, if it does kind of represent any kind of anger or arguments, disputes you have with somebody else, or maybe there's somebody that you've been talking to and you discover something about them that really makes you see them in a different kind of light. Maybe you start to see that maybe this person isn't right for you, or maybe the two of you just have a disagreement and then you start to see them in a different way. um don't worry about that. Like, if things are in the earlier stages, then it's okay. You can choose to go your separate ways if you want to, or you can choose to work on things. But I feel like the theme for you is kind of similar to those of you that are in relationships, in that I almost feel like in opening up some form of dialogue, there's going to be something that becomes revealed. But then when this card shows up, and the way I'm feeling towards this Tower card showing up, I feel like for the singles, for some reason it could be turn into some kind of disagreement. Whereas I feel like for those of you that are in relationships, actually, something being revealed can actually bring you guys together. But either way, it's saying regardless of whether it brings you together or separates you, or whatever comes out of it is what needed to happen in order for you to sort of say, okay, well, what do we do from this point onwards? Do we make amends, or do we just, stop talking? What do we end up doing? So some kind of development, something you're going to find out, something that you didn't know before about somebody that you're with, regardless of, or somebody that you've been talking to, or a love interest. So again, it could be quite an interesting development. For some of you guys, things might get quite heated, but then it's kind of saying, try not to engage in that kind of heated energy too much, because it's just an opportunity for you to really just see what is going on with this person, and for you to also see if you and this person are a good match for each other as well. So even in the crisis, there can still be a blessing. You get what I'm saying? So your spirit cards is the King of Moths reverse. The King of Moths is the King of Wands. That's what I'm saying. Kind of be careful with your temper, be careful with having it out with certain people. And so and I think this could actually speak for just Geminis in general. So even if it's not maybe a partner you're falling out with, if it's like somebody that I feel like there could be some kind of disagreements that take place between you and somebody else, and it could be that you and this person have had quite a good relationship with each other in the past. So I'm kind of feeling like it could be like a family member, friend. For some, it could even be relationship, but like a personal one. But I'm kind of feeling like when this card shows up, it's sort of saying be careful with just snapping at people, and also be careful in terms of you just seeing things just from your own perspective and not from the perspective of others, like being a bit more self-centered, or a bit selfish as well when this card shows up. So it's sort of saying just be careful of that. But I'm kind of feeling like maybe some of you guys might be feeling a bit defensive in terms of dealing with some other people. So maybe that defensiveness, or maybe you feeling like other people don't quite either understand you, or that people maybe are trying to even test you or confront you. I sense that you're going to give them exactly what they give you in the month of August. So yeah, just be careful with that kind of fiery energy within yourself that could be coming out as well. So and this did show up as your spirit cards, and so I feel like when, to me, a card that shows up in your spirit cards can be showing what is going on within yourself. um and so this might be something that you're kind of is bubbling under the surface or within you already, and then maybe it could be like an altercation that you have with somebody else, and it just gets triggered, and then stuff can be said. So yeah, be careful with that kind of energy. But peace and many blessings to you. Do check out the 5 card reading discount, and yes, I hope you guys get through August good, and you'll be okay. So bye.